Hey, what is up guys, it is Asher Basher Gaming here. Today I wanted to give some helpful tips and tricks on how to complete and defeat the new ghost ship encounters. Now, I understand I don't have many subscribers and views, but I can assure you that this video will give you every piece of information that you need to know. Even the information that you didn't realize you actually needed. I want to know this video is more of a guide for the galleons, but brigantines could again follow this guide with a few slight modifications. It would be sort of stupid to really do a ghost ship fight in a sloop, so I'm not exactly covering sloops specifically. However, still watch the video. If you found this video helpful in any way, consider subscribing. It really means a lot if you subscribe, and it helps me to make more of these videos. So, let's kick things off. Exactly what are these ghost ship fights? Well, they're a new type of world event and voyage that was just added with a recent update, Haunted Shores. They are very similar to the skeleton fleets, but honestly, they are way more fun in my opinion. They're a lot easier to complete. Now, exactly how do we get these new ghost ship fights? It's actually two different versions of these fights. The first is a voyage or bounty that you can obtain from the Order of Souls, or you can get it from Duke. Now, I'm pretty sure that this is a limited time thing, but for the time being, you can obtain this from Duke for free. So go ahead and get it. Don't quote me on that, but definitely you can get it from the Order of Souls. The footage that's going to be shown in this video was in fact an Order of Souls bounty that we purchased. However, there is also another type of ghost ship encounter, which is the Captain Flameheart world event. World events like the Raid or Skeleton fleets will appear in the sky. For this one in particular, you're going to see Captain Flameheart in the sky. I'll put a picture of him on the screen. It's really impossible to miss. He's huge. If you want to sail on towards him, you're going to see that the ghost ships are already sitting there ready to fight. My friends and I also did this world event, and I can say, even though it is a bit harder to complete, they're really not too bad. You won't have too much trouble with it. This video can help with that too. But again, this video is kind of focusing more primarily on the Order of Souls bounty. However, it's going to help you a lot more with the Captain Flameheart one as well. There's a few steps you're going to want to complete before you actually leave the outpost to fight some ghost ships. The very first step that I recommend in every video, do a quick check for Reapers. Reapers are the PvP players who really their only goal is to sink your boat. Now, I got some flack for this suggestion, but the only reason I suggest this is because it will save you a lot of time, a lot of energy, and it's going to make it way easier to complete either the Captain Flameheart world event or the Order of Souls bounty. If you want to stay in the server with Reapers, be my guest, but I can assure you that a server without Reapers is just going to make it way easier for you. If you happen to have Reapers in your servers, just leave the server, load into another one. It takes 5 minutes, but it's going to save you an extra half an hour to 45 minutes of hassle. The second tip I have before you leave to fight the ghost ships is to stock up your boat a little bit. At the outpost, you'll see that there are barrels scattered around with good supplies in them. Just do a few runs back and forth, just so you have enough food for your battle. You really want to focus on food, because as you'll see later in the video, you're not going to need to worry about cannonballs and planks too much. Now, we discovered last night that this step is not really too important, because we got stung right before we went into the Captain Flameheart world event, and so we literally had the bare minimum. We really didn't have too much trouble taking on this Captain Flameheart dude. So the only thing we really struggled with was the amount of food we had. But again, doing a bit of storage runs never hurts. Also, one other thing to note, if you do plan on doing the Order of Souls bounty like we did in this video, make sure to throw on the emissary flag, because it will help you get a lot more money out of what you do, a lot more XP. Do it. You're not going to regret it. Please do it. After these two steps, you can make your way over to whichever ghost ship battle you will be doing. As I stated earlier, this is an Order of Souls bounty. However, the same principles explained in this video can easily be applied to the Captain Flameheart encounter. Before you get into the fight, it's really important to establish roles for your crew. As you can see, we had a 4-man galleon. The first job was the captain, which I use this term loosely, but this is really just the person steering the ship, making sure the sails get adjusted, making sure there's communication with the crew on what exactly you're trying to accomplish in the ghost ship fight. This was my job in the video, so you're going to see a lot of the time I am on the wheel. The captain also fires the cannons every once in a while if the circumstances allow for it. Now, the second job is the repairman. This person's sole purpose on the boat is to make sure you do not sink. Now, for a galleon, you really only have to worry about the bottom hull first. However, if you have time for it, you may repair the second floor hull as well. Water is not going to seep in from the second floor unless the entire bottom floor is underwater. So just don't let it get to that, and you'll be perfectly fine. The third job on a galleon is the cannon man. As the name suggests, they shoot cannons. Really not too much more complicated than that. They can help fix the sails, maybe harpoon stuff every once in a while. But these guys really want to make sure they're shooting cannons. They're dedicated to the PvP aspect, you know. Finally, fourth job is the odd man out, which is a term that I also use loosely. I didn't really know how to describe this one. This is a crewmate that really goes where they are needed, whether it's shooting the cannons or helping repair the hull if it's getting too bad down there. Constant communication with this crewmate is really vital for your success. Now, if you're in a brig, you can just leave this role out. It's not too important. You can really just have the captain, the repairman, and the cannon man. But this person really helps to make sure you're getting help where it's needed. Maybe they can even take over the wheel every once in a while. So, now they have the wheels. Now they have the roles covered. We can get on to the actual ghost ship fight. I do want to apologize real quick for the length of this video. I just really want to be as thorough as possible in this guy, and I'm really not trying to leave any kind of tips and tricks out. Anyways, when you finally get to the fight, there's going to be a bunch of ghost ships circling around the island. Now, it's really going to look like a lot at first, but there's actually some decent news. As you can see, these ghost ships all have raised sails, which we're going to call the low-level ships. They only take 3 cannonball hits to destroy. You heard that right? 3 hits to one of these ships will sink it or make it disappear, whatever term you want to use for that. To move on to the next phase of the Order of Souls voyage, you have to sink 10 of these ships. So, a huge and big tip that we found to be super helpful when we were doing these the other day is to count your shots. If each boat only takes 3 cannonball hits to destroy, there is really no need to whale 7 or 8 cannonballs at one of them. Communicate with one another on who can shoot when and how much. For example, one thing we did is I would come off the wheel some of the time, when I could, obviously, and 3 of us, so myself, the cannon man, and the odd man out, would each fire 1 shot at a ghost ship. This way, no shots are wasted. 3 shots, 3 hits, boom. You could also have the dedicated cannon man shooting 2 cannonballs at the ship, while the odd man out shoots 1 final shot. There typically isn't always enough time for the cannon man to get 3 shots off, so that's why I really suggest, 2 and 1 or 3, 1, 1, 1, however you want to do it. Really, my first tip is to count your shots. These low-level boys are really easy to kill as long as you count your shots and you're not wasting cannonballs. Now, you're probably going to notice every once in a while these ghost ships are going to drop some sort of loot when they die. We tried to determine if there was some sort of uniformity to this, but honestly, it really seemed to be random for the 4 times that we did it. The loot that is dropped will have glowing ghosts hovering over it, so it's going to be really easy to spot. The loot that's dropped from these initial ghost ships are actually storage crates, so my next suggestion would be to grab these storage crates when you can. Each of these storage crates is going to have around 25 to 30 cannonballs and planks in each of them. These storage crates were really the only reason that we were able to do the Captain Flameheart event from practically nothing. The only thing these storage crates do not give you is food. So that's why I suggested earlier, do a few storage runs back and forth at the outpost so you have enough food, because fire is bad, fire hurts, you're going to take some damage every once in a while, so you don't want to be dead. That really would hinder you with success. So when you can, go for the storage crates. Obviously, if you're surrounded by 5 ghost ships, it's probably not the greatest idea to go for a storage crate, but if you have a minute or 2, circle back around, grab one of these storage crates with a harpoon, and you'll be good to go. I also really want to go over really quick what kind of cannonballs that are going to be shot at you. As you can see, there were 3 different cannonballs that are shot at you from these ghost ships. First, you have the phantom balls, which are basically the regular cannonballs, but fancier. The second ones are the fire ghosts. That's the term we used for it. They're actually on the screen right now. They're like fire bombs, but they can really just be shot at longer lengths. Finally, you got the screamers, which they deal megalodon damage. These guys can rack you up if you're not paying attention, so make sure you're obviously repairing. The ghost ships also drop mines behind them, so just be careful of that. You're also able to phase through the ghost ships, which is obvious, but you don't got to worry about collision. You will take a little bit of damage when you phase through, but it's nothing too serious. So if you're worried about colliding, you don't got to worry about it too much. This is the point in the video where the 2 different encounters are going to change a bit. So you got your Order of Souls bounty and you have the Captain Flameheart event. Again, they have very similar tastes, but this one's going to show the Order of Souls. After you kill the 10 ships, which is the same for both the Flameheart and the Order of Souls, the rest of the ships are going to vanish into the void. The next wave will show up. For the Order of Souls, this is going to be the final phase for Captain Flameheart. This is the second phase out of 4. You're going to notice that there are ships that are grouped up. It's either 3 or 4 ships each time, right? So you got normal boats, which are the ones with the raised sails, and you got a boss boat, which has its sails down. It's got some fancy emblems on the sails. These are your boss boats. The normal ones act as sort of guards, more or less, for these ships. The normal ships still take 3 shots, but the ship in the middle will take about 10 shots to kill. We debated on this number for a while. It's about 10 or 9. It's somewhere in that area. Honestly, you're not going to really need to count your shots too much with the boss one. Just wail on that one. The guard boats, you can still count your shots, but the boss boat, you don't have to count your shots. Just wail on that one. Now, a very cool thing to note is if you do happen to kill that boss boat without somehow managing to kill the ghost ships that are surrounding it, the ghost ships, the normal ones, will despawn. So if you kill the boss boat, all the other ones will leave because of fear or something along those lines. So if you kill the boss boat, you're not going to have to worry about the other ones. There's about 3 different sets of groups that are going to spawn, but they're all circling the island, so they're not all going to come running up on you, so you're not going to have to worry about like 20 of these boats really wailing on you. So the boss boats are the ones that are actually going to drop the loot that you can actually, get money from. For the Order of Souls, they're only going to drop skulls and a storage crate. For the Captain Flameheart one, they're going to drop crates and chests and skulls and also a storage crate. They all drop the storage crates each time, so if you have the time and you need more storage crates, turn around, go get the loot. It's marked by the ghosts again. These ones you might want to anchor for just because there's about 5 or 7 skulls in each pile for the Order of Souls one at least. So once you've gotten all the loot and defeated all the ships, you're all done. For the Flameheart encounter, you're going to have 2 more waves, but it's really just the same thing each time. You just got to defeat about 10 more of the regular ships, and then another set spawns of the groups and whatnot. We got to kill the middle one and get all that loot. Really not too complicated, to be honest. Once you've claimed all your loot, it is finally time to sell or do another battle. If you went around and collected the storage crates, you are going to have more than enough cannonballs and planks to deal with another battle. If you did the Order of Souls, you should definitely tier up a few times when you have the emissary flag on, right? Try to get to that level 5 before cashing in. As you can see on the screen, I'll put the prices up right now. For the skulls and the 1 captain skull you're going to get, it is really, really worth doing, considering you get about 15 skulls each time you do one of these bounties, is what we believe is relatively the number. You're going to get enough skulls to make this worth your while. You're going to get a lot of XP from it, and they're just a lot of fun. They're really easy to complete. We had a lot of fun doing them. We did maybe 3 hours of this last night. We were able to defeat 3 regular ghost ships, solo loot, and complete the Flameheart one too. So they're really fast to complete, and they're really fun in the process. However, if you found this video helpful or enjoyed it for some reason, leave a like, drop a comment, consider subscribing today, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace out, gamers.